Hello there, welcome to the channel, welcome back perhaps. We're hanging out with our good friend the Float, and this is another thing that we're exploring as a part of our new pedalboard, our new smaller and more portable pedalboard setup. Basically, we have our contrabass clarinet samples going through the float in the way that we usually do, which allows us to avoid some of the key clicking and the harsher tonguing that the contrabass sometimes gives us. Not something that we dislike, but something that we want to be able to tame when necessary. And then we've got that going into our fuzz here, and basically we are going to see what we can do with this second channel, because when we have it on our big pedal board, the float basically goes off in two different directions. We use it as two filter pedals to do the stuff we were just describing about the tonguing and the key clicks into two different setups. But because of this handy little bit of extra stuff there and the genius design of the folks at OBNE, what we've actually got is our regular filter setup for the contra there on channel 1, and then it goes into channel 2 before going out to our fuzz, which means that we can use channel 2 for something different, and that's what we are going to play around with a little bit here, see what we would like to do. We may engage our reverb at some point, but right now we are just going to see what we can come up with. The sample that we're going to be using is our sub-bass sample. We may switch to others as we move forwards, but okay, here is our sample. And it's worth noticing that we're going through a stereo setup here, so the tone may be a little bit unusual. So first of all, without the fuzz. And now with. Okay, so basically among our several ideas for this is to have some kind of like random, almost like tremolo kind of effects going on. We're just going to let this sample play and noodle around. Yeah. I mean, technically we can even take out the sample there and get some interesting sounds and pump up the volume all the way. Okay, I can't resist. Could turn down the rate. And we're going to put that through the fable. Yeah, this is just pedals having a nice conversation with each other here. beautiful stuff. I mean, a different mode on the Fable. Oh, I love pedals so much. Yeah. And now take out the dry signal from the float, and this is all just the Fable responding on its own to what the float is doing. I mean, that's something that, quite frankly, I think is worthwhile in and of itself. But let's leave that for now, and let's come back to this idea here. We don't need anywhere near that. Yeah, that's funky as hell. Okay. Yeah, I mean, as a basic idea, I don't think we even really need the resonance on at all. The rate we can play with. The other thing that we can do is change the minimum range of the filter that's in operation. So we're always guaranteed a certain time. Yeah. Something a bit deeper. That's pretty cool. Not so noticeable. The rate knob is so sensitive. A little bit of resonance is nice. Yeah. And back to the whole range. You know, just a smidge off the bottom. Okay, well, that's one way that we can take care of it. And then there's taking off the resonance again, although we may come back to that, and bringing that rate down. And let's do something where it's like more of like a sine wave or a triangle wave. I think that's the sine wave. Taking things off. So triangle. Oh yeah. Bit more depth to that. That's delicious. Let's go back to the sine. Oh, so slow like that. It's beautiful. What about if we do this? Okay, that's a bit ridiculous. Oof, yeah. Yeah, that's a really nice idea. That's really delicious. Now, another thing that we were thinking of as one final thing to deal with is if we go to this guy here and actually take the rate off, but make it like, make the sensitivity, instead of being all the way up as before, make it more like this, so that it responds as basically like it's like a secondary filter that we put after that one that makes it just a slower filter, and then we can add some resonance if we feel like it. Let's see how that works. Okay, all the way down. Let's make sure that the range is right. It's not quite working, is it? Okay. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working. There is actually a slower mode that you can activate, which is a slower reaction of the filter. Maybe that's what we want to try. I'm not sure if we can remember how to do that exactly, but basically, I think it requires powering down the pedal. Let's take a very quick look. Envelope response, the float is different. Yeah, here we go. Whereas filter 2 reacts as okay. Enter expression setting mode. See expression setting. Hold both foot switches for about. Okay, we don't have to turn it off. Hold both foot switches for about 6 seconds. Okay. Okay, then we hold down the min-max. Above noon. Below noon. Okay, so here's what we do. Hold both foot switches for about 6 seconds. Okay, we are now in expression mode. And then we do this, and we bring it down below noon. Okay. Okay, hold both expression pedal, hold both pedals, switches down here. Okay, this one now should have the slower response. Maybe we can even use both responses. Okay, let's bring the sensitivity here. Let's see how, let's turn this off and just here, make sure everything's working normally on the other side. Yes. I don't think that's a significant enough difference to merit fiddling with it that much. And we also want to make sure that this is on the correct side. Okay, so above noon. Okay. Okay. Now we exit here again, and we should be back to the normal mode. Okay, there we go. Well, there's a few interesting options there. I think what I'm going to do is set it up with like a random, slightly resonant thing. The other thing I really liked was the very slow-moving filter. That would be lovely over like the extended range, the extended time of a piece, like a very slowly moving filter. But I think I'm going to go for something a little bit more dramatic. So we are going to have to bring this, we're going to have that there, I think, for now. And we will add resonance, but for now we're going to put it on random. Okay. We don't want the resonance taking over. Okay, let's just a smidge up. Don't think we need resonance. A little bit more. Full range, more dramatic. It's only up a smidge there. A little bit more. We want it to sound musical. There we go, I think we found it. Ooh, nice. Got a little bit of resonance there. No resonance, a little bit. A little bit. Okay, that's fine for now, I think. And that will also make it easier if we want to do something clever where we feed the float's resonance into the fable or something to that effect. Okay, well, hopefully this has been interesting and enjoyable for you, at least as interesting and enjoyable as it's been for us. A little disappointing that that slower filter speed thing didn't work, but yeah, the float is still an incredible machine. Really amazing design, and it's really interesting to see these two channels working together to get the best out of the contrabass clarinet. Like we say, we don't... Oh, actually, let's do one more quick little thing. Let's take off this first filter and see how we feel about that. Does not appear to be making that much difference still. There we go. Caught by surprise a little bit at the end there, but thank you very much for sticking around, and stay well.